You could be losing thousands of dollars every year and not even realize it. Not because you're irresponsible, but because your perception of money is distorted. Money dysmorphia quietly convinces you that you're safer than you are or poorer than you are, and both mistakes are expensive. The longer it goes unchecked, the harder it is to fix. Here's what nobody tells you. The problem might not be your income. It might be something going on inside your head. Picture a Tuesday evening, somewhere in Middle America. A 42-year-old sits at the kitchen table after dinner. The kids are in the other room. The laptop is open. There's a bill from the dentist, a car payment due Friday, and a credit card balance sitting at $6,800, which is actually down from where it was 6 months ago, which feels like progress. He makes $74,000 a year. His wife works part-time. They're not irresponsible people. They don't go on crazy vacations. They don't buy designer clothes. But somehow, there is never enough left over at the end of the month to actually build anything. He closes the laptop and tells himself he'll figure it out next month. Next month comes. He doesn't. If any part of that feels familiar, you're not alone. In fact, you're in the majority. A 2023 survey found that nearly 60% of Americans earning over $100,000 still live paycheck to paycheck. That number should stop you cold, because it means income isn't the real problem. The real problem has a name, and once you see it, you cannot unsee it. In the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through what money dysmorphia actually is, how it quietly operates in your daily financial decisions, and what, most importantly, 3 specific ways to start breaking free from it. This isn't motivational fluff. These are practical mental shifts backed by behavioral economics that directly change what happens in your bank account. Stay with me through the end, because the third point is the one most people never hear, and it's the one that matters most if you're within 20 years of retirement. Body dysmorphia is when someone looks in the mirror and doesn't see their body accurately. They might be perfectly healthy, but their mind distorts the image. Money dysmorphia works the same way, but with your finances. It's when your perception of your money situation is completely disconnected from reality. And it can go in 2 dangerous directions. Some people feel financially okay when they're actually in trouble. They see a $4,000 tax refund land in their account and feel wealthy, even though they carry $18,000 in debt. That feeling of temporary abundance leads to spending, not saving. Other people are actually doing all right. They have a 401k, some savings, a manageable mortgage, but they feel constant financial anxiety, like one bad month away from disaster. So they make fearful, short-sighted decisions. They don't invest because it feels risky. They don't make big moves because they feel too fragile. Both versions bleed your future dry. Here's a question worth sitting with. When you check your bank account, do you feel what's actually there, or do you feel something else? For most Americans, it's something else. And that something else is quietly making every financial decision for you. Let's get specific, because this is where the money actually disappears. Behavior 1. Emotional spending as a reset button. When money feels stressful, and it almost always feels stressful, the brain looks for relief. And in America, in 2024, relief is one click away. A $60 purchase feels like nothing in the moment, but if you're making 4 or 5 of those a week, that's roughly $1,000 a month, $12,000 a year. Over a decade, with even modest investment returns, that's potentially $180,000 that never existed in your retirement account. That's not a small number. That's a decade of freedom. Behavior 2, avoiding the numbers. Here's an uncomfortable truth. Most people do not know their actual monthly expenses. Not within $500. They avoid looking because looking feels bad. But avoiding the numbers doesn't change the numbers. It just means the numbers change you without your permission. Behavior 3, reward inflation. You get a raise. You deserve it. So lifestyle gets a little better, nicer car, better dinners, a streaming service, or 4. Economists call this lifestyle creep. But money dysmorphia supercharges it because the raise felt like arriving somewhere. So you spend like you arrived, and the savings rate stays exactly where it was. The average American savings rate is around 3.6%. Financial planners typically recommend 15 to 20%. That gap is where retirement goes to die. I want to pause here for a second. If you're feeling a little heavy right now, that's okay. That means you're being honest with yourself, which most people aren't willing to do. This isn't about guilt. It's not about shame. These patterns aren't character flaws. They're predictable psychological responses to the way We were raised around money, the stress of modern life, and a consumer culture that is designed to exploit them. The fact that you're watching this means you're already doing something different. Now let's talk about what actually changes things. The antidote to money dysmorphia isn't a budget app. It's not a spreadsheet. It's something simpler and harder at the same time. It's learning to see your money accurately. Here's the practical version of that. Step 1. Write down your actual number. Not what you think you spend, what you actually spent last month. Total. Pull the bank statement. Look at it. Just that act alone starts to break the dysmorphia because you replace a feeling with a fact. Step 2. Separate identity from income. A lot of spending is actually about who we think we're supposed to be. The good parent, the generous friend, the person who has it together. When you understand why you're spending, you can make a conscious choice instead of an automatic one. Step 3. Make one automated decision. If you wait until the end of the month to save whatever's left, there will be nothing left. That's not weakness, that's human nature. Set up an automatic transfer to savings or a retirement account the day after payday. Even $200 a month started at age 40 and invested at an average 7% return becomes over $120,000 by retirement. Start with what you can. The habit matters more than the amount. Close your eyes for just a second and imagine this. It's 15 years from now. You wake up on a Monday morning and you don't feel that low-grade dread about money. The mortgage is nearly paid off. The retirement account is real. Not a number you're afraid to look at, but one that actually gives you options. Your kids see a parent who isn't quietly stressed every time the holidays come around. You didn't get there because you earned a fortune. You got there because at some point, maybe around now, you decided to see clearly, to stop letting a distorted perception of money make your decisions for you. That kind of peace is available to ordinary people with ordinary incomes. It just requires seeing the truth before the truth becomes a crisis. If this gave you something real to think about, the next logical step is understanding exactly how to structure your money so the automatic behaviors work for you instead of against you. There's a video on this channel that walks through a simple monthly money system. Nothing complicated, nothing that requires a financial advisor. Just a clear framework built for people at exactly this stage of life. It's worth your time.